Hari Om. Welcome to this short impression of a Satyananda yoga style video class. The class is at a beginner's level and it's a general class. Coming into a comfortable meditative posture in a cross-legged position, making that the posture is stable, so using any aids to make sure that the knees are in contact with the floor. Use any pillows under the knees if necessary to be able to have a stable and balanced position. Hands are in chin mudra, thumbs and index fingers touching, and the eyes are gently closed. Awareness to the meditative posture. Feel the body and the contact with the floor. Feel that the weight is even on the right buttock, left buttock. Spine is straight. Awareness into the whole right leg and foot and into the whole left leg and foot. Make that there's balance in the positioning. Going up the spine at the height of the shoulders. Feel that the shoulders are a little bit backwards, downwards, so that the chest is open. Awareness into the whole right arm and hand and into the whole left arm and hand. Feel that there's balance in the positioning, that the weight of the hands on the legs feels even. Awareness to the head and neck. Make that the head and neck are in one line with the rest of the spine. Chin is a little bit inwards. Facial muscles are soft. So check around the mouth and the eyes. Gently soften. Going to the crown of the head, feel as if a little string is attached there. That is gently pulling the body upwards. Steady and still. No movement. Feeling the body like a rock or like a mountain. And in that stillness of that body, find the movement of the natural breath. Gently following, no control, no change, just going with the flow. Just see how the breath is right now, at this moment. Fast, slow, deep, or maybe shallow. Is the breathing even or not so even? And then to start, we'll chant the mantra Om 3 times. So letting go of the awareness on the breath, awareness to the eyebrow center, and try to keep the awareness there during the chanting of the mantra Om. So take a deep breath in. And the second time. And the last time. So anytime when feeling ready, gently open the eyes. Also for today, be respectful and taking care for your body. Work to a point of tension, not to pain. Whenever ready, coming into Prarambhik Sthiti, the basic sitting position, putting any pillows to the side if they were used. Legs are stretched forward, feel that the sitting bones are on the floor. And starting with a combination of Pavanmukta asanas, Padanguli Naman, the toe bending, and the Mustika Bandhana, the hand clenching. So try to make the movement synchronized, bending the toes forwards and at the same time clenching the hands. And turning the toes towards the body and opening, spreading the fingers. So let the breath conduct the movement. Breathing out, bringing the toes forwards, clenching the fingers. And breathing in, stretching the fingers. Go on your own breath, very gently. So removing any energy blockages, specifically in the extremities, and make this the last round. One more time, awareness on the breath, the movement. Keeping the arms up for the second part, Guvnaman and Mani Bandhana Man, the ankle bending and wrist bending. Again, bringing the toes towards the body, the feet towards the body, and bringing the hands towards the body at the same time. And bending the feet forwards and also the hands forwards. Again, letting the breath conduct the movement, breathing in, opening up there, and breathing out, lowering the feet, lowering the hands. So revitalizing all the organs here, also making that blood and lymph can smoothly run. Awareness again on the movement and the breath. Making this the last round. And then coming back into Paramdik Sthiti. Rest the hands behind the buttocks for a moment. Awareness to the breath. And then when ready, preparing to come into a laying position on the back. And whenever ready, preparing for Shavasana or the corpse or dead man's pose, laying flat on the floor on the back with the legs and feet a little bit separated, flopping out, arms a little bit separated from the trunk, just letting go for a moment, relaxing that whole physical body onto the floor. When the body is comfortable, awareness to the breath. Just see how the breath is right now. And then letting go of the awareness on the breath and mentally start to prepare for the next asana, Kandarasana, or the shoulder pose. Kandarasana is contraindicated for peptic and duodenal ulcers, and also in advanced pregnancy is not advisable. Bending the legs and placing the soles of the feet in front of the buttocks and spreading them a little bit. Hip width is fine, more comfortable for the knees. So if experiencing any of the conditions mentioned before, then just lift the buttocks a few centimeters from the floor. And if not, then try to bring the hands as close to the ankles as possible. And then on in-breath, lifting the buttocks from the floor as high as is comfortable. Breathing in, lifting, and breathing out, lowering the body onto the floor. So a few dynamic rounds. Go on your own breath. So realigning the spine, working on the reproductive system, especially in females, stretching there the abdomen, abdominal muscles, keeping the posture whenever ready statically, holding and breathing normally in the final position, having the awareness at the breath at the abdomen. So try to hold it, and anytime when feeling wanting to release, release and lower the buttocks onto the floor, and again stretching the legs, coming back into Shavasana. Palms are upwards. And again, for a moment, become aware of the breath, any effect of Kandar asana or the shoulder pose. And then whenever feeling ready, letting go of that awareness and gently turning over onto the stomach. Pushing the body up, pushing the body straight up, coming onto the knees into Vajrasana or the Thunderbolt pose. And this in preparation for, maybe turn around in the other position is easier to see. In preparation for Shashank Asana or the moon or hare pose. Again, moon and hare pose, Shashank Asana, contraindicated for ailments of high blood pressure, vertigo, and also slip disc. In case of back problems, when we have to take care for the back a little bit more, then slide into the posture as shown now, sliding the hands over the floor, and then at the end resting the head on the floor. When experiencing vertigo or high blood pressure, then use the fists under the forehead so that the head and heart will stay in one line. And then first strengthening the back, breathing in, coming back into a sitting position again. So for the full practice, bringing the hands up in a vertical position, again keeping the back straight when lowering the body towards the floor, bringing the forehead onto the floor, rest the elbows onto the floor, and on in-breath again, first straightening the back, breathing in, and coming back into Vajrasana. So go straight, is okay, like this is fine too. Do one more round, bringing the hands up. So we can make this dynamic, breathing out, lowering, very beneficial for the back. So maybe just hold the posture now, statically becoming aware of the back muscles being relaxed, the spine, all the vertebrae are gently pulled away from each other, relieving backache, very beneficial again for the reproductive system. Anytime when feeling ready, then again bringing first the back in a straight line and breathing in, coming into a sitting position, and for a moment become aware of any effect, any feeling, any sensation, and then anytime when ready, gently releasing the legs, coming back into Parambic Sthiti again. Check if the legs are not sleeping, if they feel okay, in preparation again for the last two asanas. Next asana is a standing asana, Kati Chakra asana, or the waist rotation pose. In Kati Chakrasana, it's very important that the hip stay up front, so that there is no movement at the hips and also no twisting at the knee joints. Starting position, bringing the hands on shoulder level at the size of the body. This is starting position and in-breath. On out-breath, bring the left hand towards the right shoulder and the right hand around the waist. So twisting to the right, let the head follow. On out-breath, breathing in, coming back to the center, and breathing out, twisting towards the other side. Let the right hand on the left shoulder and the left hand around the waist. Again, breathing in center and lowering the arms. So this is one round. Continuing on your own breath, feeling into that twisting at the spine, loosening up the back muscles, loosening up the vertebrae of the spine, making the spinal nerves alert, so it's also refreshing up body and mind is very beneficial when feeling not so happy, as it is, and heightening our physical and mental state. And making this the last round, gently lowering the arms. When finishing the round, try to make sure that the round is finished by doing both sides and lowering the arms. For a moment, just stand with the eyes closed. Just see if there is any effect, any feeling of Kati Chakrasana. And then gently opening the eyes and preparing for the last asana. Last asana is Ekapada Pranam Asana, or the one leg prayer pose, bringing the feet together, making that the body feels balanced, and then search for a point of focus at eye level in front of you. So keeping that focus to be able to keep the balance. Ekapada Pranamasana is a balancing posture. Anytime when ready, bring the weight onto the right foot. Bring the weight onto the right foot and then lift the left leg, or place the foot on the inside heel or inside calf. Make sure not on the knee, or pulling it all up and placing it at the inside thigh. Hands are in prayer position. Make sure that the shoulders are a little bit backwards so that the chest again is open. Keeping that focus. Releasing and coming onto the left leg. Make sure that the leg stays soft, so that the knee stays soft, so that the muscles are engaged and that there is not too much pressure on the knee joint. Balancing body and mind, bringing stillness. So go for one more round. Try to make the time even on the right leg and on the left leg. So if it is hard to keep that balance, use counting. Count up to 5 or 10 and again use the same count at the other leg. Steady and still. Finishing that round, taking the time, keeping that balance, balancing body and mind, and then gently releasing the leg, releasing the arms, and again, just for a moment, close the eyes and become aware of any effect of the practice. And then gently open the eyes and start to prepare for pranayama, the breathing, by again coming into a comfortable sitting position. So again, use whatever is needed to make the posture balanced and steady. Any aids. So making sure that the body feels balanced again. Hands are in Gyan Mudra. Thumbs and index fingers touching and the palms of the hands are on the legs. Again, gently close the eyes. Awareness to the meditative posture. Feel again that there's balance. The right and the left buttock. Spine is straight. Feel the balanced position of the legs and the feet, the arms and the hands, and the balanced position of the head on the spine. Steady and still. And when the body feels comfortable, then gently bring the awareness to the breath. following again that natural flow, no control, no change, just going with the flow. And then whenever ready, follow the breath as the air flows into the nostrils on in-breath, to the back of the throat, passing the throat, passing through the lungs, pushing down the diaphragm, making that the belly goes outwards. And on out-breath, diaphragm comes back into place, air is expelled through the lungs, through the throat, out of the nostrils. Following that pathway of the natural breath into the nostrils, passing the throat, lungs, pushing down the diaphragm, and on out-breath, diaphragm goes upwards, air is expelled through the lungs, throat, out of the nostrils. Then anytime when ready, on one of the next in-breaths, keeping the awareness at the abdomen. Following the breath at the abdomen, and feel that on in-breath, the navel is pushed away from the spine, and on out-breath, the navel is drawn towards the spine. Making sure that the out-breath is complete, that all carbon dioxide is out of the system, making place again for fresh oxygen. Making that exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen complete. Especially also for the extremities, the feet, the hands and the head. Rejuvenating the whole body. And then again on one of the next out breaths, letting go of that abdominal breath awareness. Just let the breath go. Natural breath. And then anytime again when ready, also letting go of the awareness on the breath, awareness back to the body. And then mentally start to prepare for a short relaxation. It's a short impression of yoga nidra, yogic sleep. And for that, whenever ready, coming back into shavasana, on the back, on the floor. Making that the body is comfortable, that there is nothing that could be hindering during the practice, anything that is tight or uncomfortable. In yoga nidra, there is no movement, and it's also helpful to try to not fall asleep. So whenever the body is comfortable, then take 3 deep breaths, and on each out breath, just let go of anything, being it physically or mentally, anything that could be distracting, just putting it aside on out breath for the coming few minutes. 3 deep breaths. And then become aware of the feeling of the contact of the body and the floor. Feeling of the back of the right leg and foot touching the floor. Feeling of the back of the left leg and foot touching the floor. Feeling of the back of the right buttock on the floor. Feeling of the back of the left buttock on the floor. Feeling of the back of the right shoulder touching the floor. Feeling of the back of the left shoulder touching the floor. Feeling of the back of the right arm and hand and the floor. And the feeling of the back of the left arm and hand and the floor. And the feeling of the back of the head on the floor. Awareness on the sensation of contact of body and floor. And then letting go of that awareness and become aware of the clothing on the skin. Maybe at the legs, the trunk, the shoulders. The feeling of the clothes on the skin. And also letting go of that awareness and become aware of the air touching the skin on areas that are not covered. So maybe at the feet, the legs, arms, hands, the neck and the face. The feeling of air touching the skin. And then also letting go of that awareness and become aware of the sounds. Searching for sounds most far away and not holding on to any sound. Find a sound, let go, and find another sound. Going from sound to sound. And then letting go of the sounds far away and become aware of the sounds nearby. Again, find a sound, let go, and find another sound. And letting go of the sounds nearby and bring the awareness into the body, searching for sounds in the body. Maybe the sound of the breath or any other sound in the body. Letting go of the sounds in the body, letting go of the awareness on sounds altogether, and bring the awareness back to the body, to the right side of the body, to the right hand. Every time a body part is mentioned, repeat it mentally and then let go. Right hand, whole right arm, right shoulder, armpit, right side of the trunk, hip, whole right leg, right foot. Now bring the awareness to the left side of the body. Left hand, left arm, left shoulder, armpit, left side of the trunk, hip, whole left leg, left foot. Now become aware of the back of the body, back of the right leg and foot, back of the left leg and foot, back of the right buttock, back of the left buttock, whole back, back of the right shoulder, back of the left shoulder, back of the right arm and hand, back of the left arm and hand, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, the whole spine, the whole spine. Now bring the awareness to the front of the body. Try to stay awake. Front of the body, forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, eyebrow center, eyebrow center, right eye, left eye, whole nose, right cheek, left cheek, right ear, left ear, whole mouth, chin, front of the neck, center of the chest, center of the chest, navel, groin. Now bringing all body parts together, the whole right leg and the whole left leg together, the whole right arm and the whole left arm together, back of the body and front of the body together, neck and head, both arms, both legs, back and front of the body together. One whole body. One whole body. One body. Now bring the awareness to the breath. Following the breath as the air flows into the nostrils, passing the throat, chest, up to the abdomen, and follow the breath at the navel. Feel on in-breath, navel is rising. On out-breath, navel is falling. In-breath, navel rising. Following the breath at the navel. And letting go of the awareness on the breath at the navel and bring the awareness to the chest. Follow the breath at the chest, breathing in, chest rising. Breathing out, chest falling. Breathing in, chest rising. And continue. And letting go of the awareness of the breath on the chest, bringing the awareness to the throat. Feel on in-breath, air passing the throat. And on out-breath, air passing the throat. In-breath, air passing the throat. And continue like this. And letting go of the awareness on the breath at the throat, bringing the awareness at the nostrils. Following the breath at the nostrils. Feel on in-breath, air flowing into the nostrils. On out-breath, air flowing out of the nostrils. In-breath, air flowing into the nostrils, and continue like this. Following the breath at the nostrils. And then letting go of the awareness on the breath at the nostrils and bring the awareness back to the natural breath. And in your own time start to deepen that breath. Deepening the breath, bringing movement into the body. Bringing movement into the body to wake up the body. Waking up your body that is still resting on the floor, but that is about to end the practice of Yoga Nidra. So recall where your body is resting on the floor, the space you're in, the neighborhood, hear the sounds of the day. Bring the awareness back to the body, to the positioning of the body. Remember in which direction the head is and the feet are. The head and the feet of your body, that is now slowly starting to wake up by bringing movement in the feet, the hands, the head. Any stretching, any bending, any twisting, anything that is helpful to wake up the body. And in your own time to come back into a comfortable meditative posture to end this session. So make the position as comfortable as possible. Hands are in chin mudra, thumbs and index fingers touching, palms upwards. Gently close the eyes. Awareness again to the balanced position of the weight on the right and left buttock. Spine is straight. Feel the synchronized position of the legs, the feet, the arms, the hands, and the balanced position on the spine. And when the body becomes still, then again become aware of the awareness on the breath. Gently following, no control, just going with the flow, enjoying that breath for a moment, feeling into that lightness, into that effortlessness of the breath that sustains our physical life. And then to end again, we'll chant the mantra Om 3 times. So bringing the hands in prayer position in front of the chest, taking a deep breath in. And a second time. And the last time. And then, whenever ready, releasing the hands and gently opening the eyes. Hari Om.